Hi guys, Sakafet, and welcome back to the Casual Simps podcast. It's your girl, Sweetpotato.
Hey, it's Kristarr. What's up?
And it's Raven. Woo! Okay, so today we know again the last time we took a mild hiatus, but this time we really took a hiatus. And same excuse as last time, life.
Yeah.
And also, we decided to do something kind of complicated for a one shot for not a, oh my gosh, for a podcast episode. Yeah.
Yes,
So,
very.
you guys will notice that our episode is called Lost in Paradise. Ja-ja! Okay, so it's called Lost in Paradise because we had the bright idea to write one shot for everybody. And our prompt is Lost in Paradise, inspired by the ending song of Jujutsu Kaisen, Lost in Paradise by Ali. Link in description if we remember to put it there. And yeah, if you guys have not heard that song or have not watched Jujutsu Kaisen, what are you waiting for? I mean, I think the season is done already, isn't it? Something like that. Read the manga. It's good. Fight scenes are amazing.
Yep.
Gojo is daddy. We all know that. Okay. Now, but how are you guys been doing for the time we've been away? Because we've been like kind of MIA from each other as well. Because we've been all over the place of life. So, Kristarr, let's start with you. What's going on with you? How are you doing?
I'm there, living, adulting, life.
Ew. Can you imagine adulting? Ew.
Boy, because it's the struggle. It's the struggle.
Oh my god. What about you, Miss Sweet Potato? How are you doing?
I'm breathing.
She's
Surviving. I'm trying to survive.
Oh god.
Yep.
She's great. Honestly, same. I feel like a walking shell. I don't even know what's going on half the time. I'm just going through the motions and living in the present. Does that make sense?
It does.
I mean, it do be like that sometimes.
Yeah, it's relatable.
So let's get into lighter things other than our mundane lives. Ugh, I swear. Let's talk about some stuff that's been happening recently. There's so much stuff that we've missed. I think BTS dropped a new song. Did they, or was that a video?
That was a video for a Japanese song, I think.
Yeah.
I have not even been keeping up. Guys, I'm such a fake fan. I have not read a single manhwa, a single manga. The last time I watched anime was with y'all last night, and that has been a while since I've watched anime. It's been a mess. I don't know what's going on half the time. It's people that tell me different things. I was like, oh, really? Okay, cool. And one of the things somebody told me yesterday was on the day of recording this, the final chapter of AOT got released yesterday, the English version.
Oh, wow.
And the fans are not happy.
Oh, really?
They're not happy. I read the chapter and I'm feeling so about it without giving too many spoilers. How do you guys catch up with AOT or?
I gave up at some point.
Me too.
Oh my! For all of you who don't know what AOT is, it's Attack on Titan or Shingeki no Kyojin. And if you don't know what that is, then, bro,
You need help.
What are you doing? You need some Levi in your life. Like, come on, man. But apparently the final chapter got released, and a lot of people are either on two, or like they're on either end of the spectrum and nowhere in between. Either they're hella pissed or they're hella happy. No one is in between. And I feel like I'm more on the happier end of that spectrum, because the story to me, it, like I said, without giving too many spoilers, it came to a good close while leaving a couple of things still lingering in your mind. But it's not so much lingering that you're like frustrated that you don't know how this thing ended up. You know?
So why does it?
Pardon?
So why they upset?
I'm if I have to say why they're upset, I'll be giving big spoilers. Should I spoil it? Do you guys care if I spoil it?
I don't really care, but we will.
Nikki,
Spoiler
what about
alert.
you? Okay, we will, spoiler alert. So, people don't like the fact that Eren and Mikasa did not end up together.
What?
They did not. That's the main thing. And they did not like what how Eren ended up. And they did not like how Mikasa ended up. They did not like how anybody ended up. I think the only person that had like a solid okay ending was Armin, because he got to see the ocean. You know what I mean? He got to see the ocean. That's nice. At least that's nice. And then we find out that Historia had her baby and whatnot, and all these other things. But I think the main consensus with this AOT situation is that people are mad that the canon relationship we were all hoping for, that was either Eren or Mikasa or Eren and Levi. Don't lie, y'all all ship Eren and Levi at one point. Don't lie.
Oh my gosh, no.
Y'all all ship Eren and Levi at one point. Yeah, people are kind of low-key salty about that. But
Okay, so if I have a question, right? So before people like throw pitchforks at me, Mikasa and Levi are not related. Are they? Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Didn't they have the same last name? No? Was I mistaken? Am I in a fever dream? I'm sorry. Never mind. Don't answer my question.
Okay, when was the last thing you like read about the Attack on Titan? Like,
The last thing I remember was Levi was fighting this guy in an underground cave. I think that's the last thing.
Oh, that was
Kenny.
Oh my gosh, I even forgot his name. Yes.
That's the last
Okay,
thing.
so yes, Levi and Mikasa are cousins.
Okay.
Yes, they're cousins. So
Okay.
Any other questions about AOT that I may or may not know the answer to?
I'm good.
Going twice. So 3 times, no more questions. Okay. So moving on, guys. Well, let's talk some Otome game news. Oh baby, Shall We Date is getting an anime. Yay!
Wait, so like which version? Like, is it?
No, the one that I played, the one with the Demon Brothers.
Because I know it's like they have a whole set of those in like the series.
The anime is going to be lit.
Boy,
So,
I can imagine the fandom.
look at how I'm gonna flip this, right? Oh, by the way, the anime is supposedly coming out this summer 2021.
Oh wow, that's
I find it's really close to the announcement date because it was literally just announced.
yeah.
But I don't know if maybe that info is wrong or not, or I don't know. That's just the resources I looked up. That's what it said. Coming summer 2021, maybe late summer. Who knows? Or maybe this thing has been in the works for years. Yes.
Okay.
But look at how I'm gonna reverse this, right? So if an Otome game like Obey Me can get an anime, what about our good old Mystic Messenger? Because
Boy.
I want not a miss. I know Obey Me is Japanese and Mystic Messenger is Korean. If you can't get an anime for Mystic Messenger, I want a drama.
Yes, I want a drama.
Oh, a drama.
I want a
would be
K-drama.
Mhm.
I want a Missing Messenger K-drama, and I want to know what I'm really curious about, because I believe I've had this conversation with you guys before, or at least with you, Kristarr. where how would they actually do this as an anime? Would there be like different seasons for different roots of people? Will they have somebody portraying YN, or would they have or MC, or would they have? But then again, in Obey Me, in the game Obey Me, have you guys played it?
No.
Okay, so Obey Me doesn't follow a specific route. You just hang out with these 7 demon brothers, and they don't follow a specific route. You can flirt with anyone you want. You can date whoever you want, as many people as you want. They don't care. Like, it's just like you like them, that kind of thing. So I'm assuming they're probably gonna pull off like a Diabolic Lovers situation where they have this. I know that's a triggering anime for a lot of people.
Oh boy.
Because I don't think a lot of us like that MC girl. What was it? The first one, Yui. That was her name.
We do not speak of this girl.
We don't like her. But we move. I'm wondering maybe they're gonna do something like that where they have one person being one specific character being the MC, or are they going to do like a POV anime where like the anime is from MC's point of view or your point of view? That would be really cool, by the way, if they actually ended up doing that. But I think they'll probably have something like an MC situation, like an actual realized character. And also, what I like about Obey Me is that it's a gender-neutral game. So the pronouns they use are neither female nor male. They kind of just address everybody. So it's a game. Whereas Mystic Messenger, they focus on MC being a girl or female. With Obey Me, you can play it no matter what you identify as without feeling a little bit strange. Does that make sense? I don't know.
Yeah, it does.
But that's what I like about.
I feel like if they had to make a drama, it would be like this girl and how many guys have in this Messenger again? 4? How many?
Okay, let's count.
So these 6 guys would.
No, 5.
We counted. We counted. We have Jumin, we have Zen, we have Yosun, we have
7.
Seyong, we have Seran, we have Jaehyun of V. Am I missing somebody? You counting Jaehy?
No, we counting the guys.
Okay.
So basically, they would have this girl,
guys.
and those 6 guys would be interested in her and trying to, I guess.
But remember, there's a Jaehy route as well. So if you go by the, you have to count
go by the.
But if you think like a Korean drama, there are 5 guys interested in her, and she's interested in one guy.
They'll probably make her like go after Zen.
Yeah.
Why?
They might make her go after Jimin though.
Jaehy and Zen are like the biggest ship in the game. What do you mean?
Yeah, but Korean drama. Think about Korean dramas.
No. Jaehy and
What are you talking about, Jaehy or MC?
Oh no, not MC. I'm talking about Jaehy.
Oh, I thought you were talking about MC.
I'm talking about MC.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about MC. Oh.
Yeah, if they had to make a Korean drama to be like.
I think if they did a Korean drama,
guys like her, but she likes someone else.
It'll be, it'll be like another Cinderella and the 4-night situation.
That's what I thought.
True.
It will be like that. Oh my gosh! But then in that drama, MC ended up with the motorcycle riding.
But I feel like in that drama,
AKA Zen.
they gave each of them like enough time with her. In a sense, they kind of balanced it out really well. Even though you knew who the end game guy was.
I was so mad that I knew who it was going to be. That's the point. I didn't want to know. And I low-key didn't want her to end up with him, but okay, whatever. I wanted her to end up with that rich. I wanted her to end up with that idol. Oh my gosh, that would have been so cute.
Well, you all know who I wanted her to end up with, but...
oh my gosh. Don't start. Yosung best boy. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, Obey Me is getting an anime. Point blank period. Let's see what happens with that. Let's see how that turns out. It might be interesting.
The thing with those games is that an anime can be very hard for them to really like produce.
Exactly.
So like think of like Love Live and Bang Dream and even The World Interview. boy. But it can be very hit or miss when it comes to games being adapted into anime.
I think it depends on the kind of game, though. I think otome games specifically, it's more difficult than per se a Love Live.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the Love Live you can have Love Live without having an MC.
Oh yeah.
But with otome games, it's centered around this MC character or YN or Yin, as Kristarr likes to say.
Yes.
Yeah. So it depends. But yeah, moving on. Our last topic before we get into our one-shot mess. Guys, did you hear?
What?
HYBE, as in HYBE. Formerly known as Big Hit Entertainment. First of all, these people just be buying out everything these days. Like, bro.
Yo, it's crazy.
Yep.
And I am so here for it.
Making money move.
I'm so here for it.
Wow.
Just buy everybody. I don't care. Buy everybody. Buy YG. Please, just get
Yes. You know what? They actually bought some shares in YG. I heard that.
Know.
Yes, I heard that.
They want everything.
I was telling the girls this before. From the time I heard Big Hit bought Weavers, I was like, something's starting there. I think that's where it started. Because after that, you just started hearing them buying a bunch of it's insane. I'm pretty sure that's how they're going to own the whole of South Korea.
I saw a tweet, someone said, well, it's not my biggest fear. I would be happy though. But the person said, my biggest fear is waking up and realizing Big Hit has bought me. I mean, that wouldn't be a fear for me.
I mean, go right ahead.
Yes,
I will go for free. What are you talking about? I will go for free. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll go for free. No price. It's okay. Just tell me where to go. Book my flight. Cool. It's fine. Cool beans. So what do y'all think about this? Big Hit literally buys everything. They're literally buying out everything and everybody and their mothers.
Yeah. Oh man, it's really cool to me considering how they're an underdog kind of story. Like they started from the bottom and then they're where they are. Yes,
it's like BTS was their last hope.
Right.
That was their last project, and then wow. Like imagine telling that to BTS, like features BTS, like yo, when y'all get
like back in 2014.
2013, 14, you're going to be nominated for a Grammy. The company going to buy endless things. You're going to be multi-millionaires. Like yo. I always remember Sugar. When Sugar first met GD, he said like GD came up and asked him like, cool shit, like where you got that shit from? And Sugar said he was embarrassed to see that it was just like a DIY t-shirt, like he just printed it out and stuff like that. But now they buying brands, Gucci, everything.
Boy.
Yeah. My man's are Louis Vuitton. Yeah. Spokespeople. It's such a heartwarming story.
It is,
especially for the OG fans.
Yeah.
Not just of BTS, but the fans that appreciate the conglomerate that is Big Hit.
Mm-hmm.
And the entire hierarchy that forms it, because without Big Hit we wouldn't have our favorite guys.
True.
So we have to appreciate that kind of hard work and effort that they put into for years and years and years, and to know that BTS was their last project and their last hope. That's just like, it's amazing. And I can only hope for that kind of success later on in my life. But we move.
We got to dream.
We can dream. But yeah, that was our little, how would I say? Our little what's going on in the world.
Our housekeeping.
Our world, not in the world.
Another thing that's going on, y'all. Another thing I must mention, the volcano.
Oh yes.
Yes.
So, our neighboring island of Saint Vincent. Their volcano has unfortunately erupted, and we would just like to take this time to acknowledge that and send our thoughts and prayers to the people of Saint Vincent and the families that are there that are trying their best to evacuate as best as they can. And it's kind of it's so surreal because I don't know about you guys, but today I was thinking about this and I was like, we also live on a volcanic island. That could one day happen to us.
Yeah.
It's very scary.
And it's so scary seeing the videos of the lava just like shooting up. And the fact that it's so close. Yeah.
There's even photos of like the ash piling up so much on rooftops that the roofs caved in because of the weight of the ash.
Wow. That's crazy. And then we're also getting repercussions from that as well. Our air is like
it's very hazy around us.
It's very hazy, and I'm hearing people like, is it people in the south of our island that also getting ash?
Oh yes, there's in the south as well.
Yeah, people in Vexel are getting ash too.
Wow, that's basically ash, is it?
Wow, Vexel have everything.
And Barbados is a mess too.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and you know the worst thing about Barbados though, Barbados is flat.
Yeah.
True.
So that will just like sit there. It doesn't have any mountains or stuff to like say help at least trickle down some of the ash and not get so much. But that's what I'm really worried about Barbados as well. And thank you for mentioning that. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the people of Saint Vincent, and we hope. I have not been checking as often, but I hope no tragedy comes from this. I'm hoping.
Me too.
Yeah. At least they were able to evacuate people from the red zones, so that's a plus.
Definitely. And you know what makes it even more difficult in the midst of the panorama? I can't say the other word because apparently that word is blocked on YouTube and it gets people.
The panorama. Yep.
So yeah, we have to. Unfortunately, YouTube is anyway. So because of the whole situation we have going on right now, this happening is just like, whoa, what else does this year have in store for us? But you know,
we'll see.
Thoughts and prayers go out to our people in Saint Vincent, our neighbors.
Yes.
Thank you for bringing that up, Nikki. That almost went right over my head. So, on a lighter note, let's talk about one-shots for a second. Let's talk about fan fiction in general.
Oh boy.
Now, I know, okay, so myself and Kristarr we enjoy our writing. We post our works online on Wattpad or fanfiction.net. Do you have any other websites that you post yours, Kristarr?
No, just those two.
Okay. And I know our good friend Miss Sweetpotato is more of a reader than a writer.
Yes, she is.
And even before this podcast started recording, she was very, very, very nervous.
She was very, very, very nervous.
So guys, we want to give a shout out to Miss Sweetpotato because you know she stepped out of her comfort zone. She wrote her one shot.
Yes.
She wrote her one shot and she finished it and it's good. So we're gonna big up Miss Sweetpotato. Yes. You got it. You did it. Yeah. Okay. So this is how we're gonna do it. So as I mentioned in our intro, these one-shots are basically we took the words "Lost in Paradise" and we ran with it. We were allowed to do whatever we want, write whatever we would like, as long as it's PG.
Yes.
Right? Sweet Potato, as long as it's PG.
Yeah, it's PG.
Okay.
There are some trigger warnings, but it's PG.
Oh, okay. But as long as it's PG, and we just took it and ran with it. Now, in order to pick who goes first. So I can't remember if I mentioned this in the introduction, but this is gonna be a 3-episode series where for the next 3 episodes, including this one and the next 2, each one of us is gonna read our one shot to you guys, and the one shot that will be read will be linked in the description as well. And for those coming from Wattpad or fanfiction.net, hi, how are you?
How are you?
How are you?
How are you? And we hope you stay. So yeah, basically we had this.
Sorry, that was my alarm. My naps, so I can wake up.
Oh my gosh! I died. Okay.
I forgot to take off.
Oh gosh. So to choose who goes first, we've decided to spin a wheel of names in every episode to figure out who reads their one shot for that episode. How do we feel about this? I know Miss Sweetpotato is scared out of her mind. She doesn't want to go first. She's scared.
Yeah, before we started, low-key, I just feel like it's me. But we'll see.
I have an old feeling that it's going to be me and I'm not going to enjoy this. Could you imagine if Nikki gets picked?
Let's not imagine.
Okay, so I just want to put the pin. What is the saying? I just want to say this. Forget that. I just want to say this. We've agreed outside of this call that if Miss Sweetpotato gets picked first, we will allow it, fam.
Yes,
we will allow it.
Okay.
Allow it.
We will allow it. And we will let her go in the next episode.
Yes.
Okay?
Thank you.
So we just know that by default it's
quick
either me or Raven.
Yeah.
Yes.
Basically.
So I wanna ask you guys, do you guys prefer reading fan fictions with OCs or fan fictions like your like ex-reader fan fictions?
Personally,
I don't have a favorite.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. It's fine.
I was just saying I don't have a favorite, to be honest.
Okay.
I rather OC.
How about you, Kristarr?
I rather OCs. Some OCs can be hit or miss there, like in terms of the character themselves. But no, not to say like people are doing a very bad job, but sometimes like the OC can just be a little, I don't know,
out of pocket.
Yeah, it can be a little out there, but I do like OCs generally. If I get a good OC in a story, then yes.
Yeah, then you're hooked, right?
Yes.
You're hooked after that, yeah. I get it. Okay. Do we have any favorite specific fanfic writers that you like to shout out right now? Or
oh boy.
Just name a random username and
Awkward Raven.
We have 3 episodes.
No,
I'd like to shout out Awkward Raven.
Let me see. I have to break
the best writer on the platform. Big up.
I have to break this up. Okay. Definitely for me, one of my favorites. Well, shout out Awkward Raven. I'm just gonna put that out there. Shout out to Awkward Raven.
Yay,
she's in the chat. Yes, but I also like Blush Weaver. That's on fanfiction.net. She writes my favorite Skippy fanfiction of all time.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, I have to think of the others. Like I just know them by the names of the words.
Okay, so you have any others you want to shout out, Nikki? I mean, Miss Sweetpotato. I'm sorry. I'm so used to calling you.
That's cool. That's cool. I don't remember the names by heart. I'll have to look for it on my phone. I'm such a bad fan.
Okay, so
I just remembered one more. I would shout out Fire Tiger 8 on Wattpad.
Fire Tiger. Is that the person that writes the BTS fan pictures with the larger bless?
No, that's not the person. That's not even the person. This person
just checking.
actually do write BTS ones, but those are like legit good. I really like them. They're fantasy, but they're not the same person as the previous one. They currently have one that's about the vocal line that's ongoing, and I really like it. So shout out.
Okay. So I have, every time I go on Wattpad, I always talk to you guys about my writer friend on Wattpad. And
oh yes,
I've never tried to pronounce their username out loud. So girl, if you listen to this, I am so sorry. Because she knows I told her that we do this podcast, and I think she's listened to a couple of episodes. I'm not sure. But if you guys look on Wattpad and search up Methuselah, I think that's how you say it. I'm so sorry. Please do not kill me, girl. I swear to God, please. I love you. But they write the best BTS fanfics, in my opinion. Their Namjoon book called Tokyo. Oof. Oh my god. And they recently released the prologue to their new Yoongi book. And it's so good. I'm ready for the next chapter. But they're my Wattpad writer buddy, and we always hype each other up in the DMs, and it's so cool. Check them out. I don't know if in editing we can possibly get their names put on the screen. If not, check the description because we're still noobs. No fun. Okay, so let's get into this, guys. Are you ready to spin that wheel?
No.
A wheel of fortune.
Okay, and by the way, I will be sending a screenshot in our Discord just to make sure y'all know I'm not joking around and I'm not making any funny business. Okay. So I'm spinning the reel. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god!
It's you.
Okay, y'all. I want y'all to direct your attention to our Discord group. And I'm going to show you guys who just gave up.
I think I know.
It better not be me. I'll flip.
Oh my god.
You see the stars have a line. I'm telling you. There's no such thing as chance.
The reason why we're laughing is because the wheel chose Miss Sweetpotato.
You see, it was meant to be.
Now we need to throw. You need to throw. That's what.
You sure you don't want to go first?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Okay, so I'm spinning the wheel again. Oh my god. Okay, wait, it didn't move Nikki's name the first time and it landed on Nikki again. I'm sorry.
Oh, you
my.
I'm removing Nikki's name.
Okay.
No, flip off. Yes. So our winner is Kristarr.
Yay!
Oh my god.
Congratulations.
So Kristarr goes first. Kristarr goes first in the one-shot reading, and I'm gonna send. There is proof in the Discord chat for you guys. So I want Kristarr to tell us the name of her one-shot and what if there is a fandom involved or not, and give us a little introduction to what the mess is going to be. Let's go. Oh wait, do you guys want to take a little intermission first, or do we just want to continue?
We can just continue. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we can
Okay.
continue.
So Kristarr, take it away.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, oh boy, I'm getting nervous now. Okay, so my one shot is, as mentioned earlier in the podcast, it's called Lost in Paradise, based on the prompt that we have. I just kept the title. And when I first heard the name of the prompt, like one character just immediately came to my mind. Now, this man who was the main focus in my brain at the time, this man cannot be an ambassador for Google Maps, never in his life. So this character is none other than Renoa Zoro from One Piece.
Oh boy.
So my one shot is One Piece one shot.
I am officially over it.
Hey. Haters gonna hate. We're not hating, okay? No.
So
One Piece is great.
Me. Zoro is the one.
He is the green-haired swordsman.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
The Zaddy.
He's the one that everybody got mad, right? When he.
Wait, what?
Or was that the other guy? Everybody got mad when he, like, you know.
He's alive.
He's alive. Yes.
Who's the one that died? Everybody got. Oh, was that Ace?
Ace. Oh my God, Ace. Too soon, man. Too soon. Yes. My heart still.
Oh, did I just trigger everybody? Ooh,
yes.
My heart still hurts.
I know, right? I'm still crying. Oh boy. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay,
take it away, Miss Kristarr. By the way, how many words did your one shot ended up being?
Okay, my one shot was 2,300 and something words, right? Typically, this is very short for me, honestly.
Have you ever read a Kristarr story?
Sure.
This lady writes 10,000 word chapters, you know.
I need to stop.
With no problem.
So this was actually very hard to like put in a short, like a one shot situation. I could have done more, but I tried to make it short and sweet. Emphasis on sweet. Okay, so this is Lost in Paradise. If I make any butters while I talk, forgive me.
Define a butter, because we know we have our international people.
Okay. A butter is if I say something that...
Make a bullet. Define a bullet.
Yeah, if I make a bullet, I,
define a bullet.
Over my tongue. Oh my goodness. If I have a slip of the tongue, if I don't say a word correctly, if I use English instead of English, but that's another topic for another day. Okay. Lost in Paradise. Sweet jasmine and sea salt hung in the acrid tropical atmosphere of Plumeria Island. A remote honeymoon destination and summer isle snuggled within the cool aquamarine waters of the New World. On this small island, a certain green-haired swordsman and raven-haired archaeologist celebrated their 2-year wedding anniversary. Now, I know it's not canon, but that is my favorite One Piece ship. I don't care about nobody. Continue.
Okay, lady.
The extravagant resort was Nami's suggestion, a pirate-friendly place with zero tolerance for discrimination. Turning the page of her thin paperback novel, Renoa Robin lounged in a comfy chair under the mid-morning heat on the freshly mowed lawn just outside their ground-level suite. She left her husband snoozing and decided to catch up on some reading until he woke up. It's not every day the duo found time to themselves, and roping Zoro into one of her romantic escapades was always a fun time. So Robin planned on basking in every second of their little island getaway. 5 page turns later, and a large shadow loomed above her. Glancing up with a tipped head, a warm pair of plush lips teased her temples. Robin giggled, an adolescent schoolgirl. Caressing Zoro's smooth jawline within her slender fingers, Robin leaned her head back as far as she was able, unexpectedly pulling her husband's lips down to her own. How did you sleep? She released him, shutting the abandoned book propped up on her crossed legs, while smiling at his flustered features. It never got old. Great, Zoro turned away, stretching out his muscle-bound arms in a failed attempt to conceal his embarrassment. Robin's mischievous games weren't good for his heart. Luffy's not around to wake us up with his shenanigans. As much as he respected the harbinger of chaos, who was his captain, Zoro wished that numbskull could tone it down a bit. Light laughter left Robin's lips. It's endearing to some degree. The dark-haired beauty stood, playfully smacking Zoro's right bicep with her book. Now, because of you, we missed breakfast. Zoro rubbed the back of his head. You should have woken me up earlier, or could have just gone without me. Raven tresses swung back and forth. On one hand, I didn't want to interrupt your beauty sleep, but on the other, it would be lonely eating without you. So I settled for just waiting. I'm not really hungry anyway. Anything you want to eat, name it and I'll get it. Zoro pulled open the sliding door to the hotel room, allowing Robin entrance into the frigid air conditioning first. As tempting as testing the limits of his offer were, Robin decided to play nice. Okay, how about some fruits? The restaurant served a generous fruit salad over the past few mornings. Hopefully the staff could be just as kind with sparing any leftover from earlier. On it, Zoro was already dressed in a pair of cerulean swim trunks with cobalt swirls twirling across the fabric, and a navy blue muscle tee accentuating every line of his chiseled chest.
I'm so over this.
Zaddy.
Girl, have you seen Zoro? Anyway,
Zoro is
go.
sexy.
His signature swords hugged his side by a white sash tied at the waist. He was adamant on carrying them everywhere. The couple planned on spending the day poolside, along with a small detour at the hotel's luxury spa, Robin's idea. Zoro left the room first in search of his wife's request, while he spent the next 15 minutes getting ready. While she spent the next 15 minutes getting ready. Did I read that? I can't remember. Anyway, continue. 15 minutes in which Zoro had yet to return. ... In hindsight, Robin should have seen it coming. I'm telling you all, sidebar, this man just gets lost. Like, it's no joke.
He's the definition of being lost.
Honestly.
Is this a thing that happens in the anime that he's always lost?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's
like,
always lost.
I remember there was a time like their captain was missing and then he volunteered to go and look for the captain.
Oh my god.
I remember one episode just lost throughout the whole episode.
Yes, yo. Anyway.
Oh my god.
Okay, continuing. Adorned in her periwinkle bikini, a lavender sarong tied at her hips, with hibiscus patterns blooming along its length, and silver-rimmed sunglasses atop her head, Robin packed all their stuff inside a large fuchsia beach bag and began the search for her missing husband.
She a baddie. Okay, I see you.
He didn't pay the restaurant a visit, according to the staff, but one bellhop did manage to spot him leaving the property through the beachside exit. Meanwhile, ... The green-haired swordsman trekked through thistles and foliage at the end of the beach and soon entered a remote forested area. There had to be fruit trees around somewhere. ... Sorry. Anyway, continue. This way, my lovey. Zoro paused at the sing-song soprano stroking his ears. Wait, I should change my voice. This way, my lovey.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Kristarr, what was that?
I don't know.
The voice acting on point.
Zoro paused at the sing-song soprano, stroking his ears. I have exactly what you want. He shook his head, but couldn't free himself of the voice trapped in his skull and the incessant compulsion to venture deeper through the thick underbrush. In minutes, he broke through the greenery, entering a secluded cove with large rocks flanking either side of the rolling tide, gently lapping at the sandy shore. Come a little closer. The trio of swords near Zoro's waist seemingly protested with the idea. The white cord... What? Sorry?
That voice.
I'm not a voice actress. Okay, continue. The trio of swords near Zoro's waist seemingly protested with the idea. The white cord securing them to his side, having tangled itself with a stray branch protruding from a tall shrub. Almost there. Just a few more steps. Breathless vocals beckoned him towards the ocean, and a harmonious clamor of fallen swords echoed through the trees. Okay, so now the scene shifts. I cannot speak. Okay. Disembodied airs picked up a strange sound, an odd ringing tune that bounced across the forest. Okay, for context, for our lovely people who might not know, i.e. Raven. So Robin has this ability to like make body parts, kind of like arms and eyes and ears, like, you know, to do things from like far distances. Well,
yeah, she can like stretch them and stuff. Yeah, like make endless hands or endless feet.
Yeah. Or like gigantic hands and gigantic feet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Robin followed the incessant noise, observant blue eyes sprouting throughout the area. Gentle waves crashed ahead, but the beach was definitely in the opposite direction from where Robin found herself. Swatting a noisy mosquito away from her left ear, she turned right and noticed some familiar items on the ground that didn't quite match the jungle atmosphere. She inhaled a sharp breath. Zoro's swords. ... Robin's eyes narrowed. Something wasn't right. Picking up her husband's beloved weaponry, the dark-haired archaeologist hadn't noticed the secret beach right in front of her until she stood at her full height. Yes, that's right. Cerulean eyes widened at the unexpected scene.
Hey, what's going on?
Just a little more, my lovey. She finally found Zoro.
I really can't do it. I get lovely so much.
With his back to her, the swordsman slowly paced through the ocean. With his back to her, the swordsman slowly paced through the ocean waves, already knee-deep in the water as he navigated his way towards a feminine creature just a few feet ahead of him. Glittery porcelain skin that shimmered like the ethereal silver scales trailing her visible shoulders, blonde tresses fluidly running down from her head to the sea below, and deep sapphire irises encapsulated by shadowy onyx flare. Sparkling arms extended in welcome to the sluggish man obeying her enticing calls. Almost there. Nothing to be afraid. A gigantic hand sprouted from the nearby rock wall, smacking the creature in the face. It skidded across the sea with a wild screech, sinking to the ocean depths a far distance away. Zoro! Robin dropped her crossed arms, stumbling as she abandoned their belongings and raced towards him, but quickly stopped in her tracks when a rolling wave forebodingly crashed on the shoreline a few feet away from her. Okay, again, context for Raven. So the type of power that she has, she cannot go in like seawater.
Yeah, she has a devil's fruit
powers.
Devil fruit powers.
But
yeah, so they cannot swim.
Yeah, they'll drown.
Yeah, they'll
but
drown
that
if
don't
they
make sense.
water. You get powers and then you just not be able to swim. You'll sink.
Yeah, that's a downside.
But then they're not pirates.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just the
But
way.
what kind of pirate cannot swim?
The one who go and eat the devil fruit.
And you don't want me to watch that anime? Move it.
You will like it though. You like it.
You like it. It's great.
Hello, this is not convince Raven to watch One Piece episode, okay? Now continue.
Okay. What did I say? Okay. Right. The greenhead swordsman ignored Robin's cry, motionless while waist deep in the ocean. Robin's hands creased again, and duplicate arms blossomed from her shoulders, creating a long chain of arms that steadily reached for her husband's solid biceps. She twisted him around and flinched at the cobalt haze shrouding his vision. Her memory was just as foggy, but Robin vaguely remembered coming across that mythical creature in one of her reads a while back. If she recalled the fable correctly, ... A snake-like whip of water smacked Robin in her side, and she hit the sand hard. Her grip on Zoro dispersed in a plethora of pretty pink petals. Dust clouded her sides, scratching her throat. Inhaling shallow breaths and raising her upper body took much effort, but Robin steadily crawled to her knees. Perched on top of an elevated tidal wave under her full control was the sea creature, dark eyes livid as she glared, hissed at Robin. Zoro remained as still as ever, locked under a sinister charm spell from the blonde at his back. Sharp silver talons gingerly clawed beneath the unmovable swordsman's chin. You're the reason why. On shaky feet, Robin stood as tall as she could. But no matter. His resistance broke eventually. A white smirk cracked the creature's plump lips.
Gotcha.
He's mine now.
I cannot. Anyway.
Hey, if you want to hire me to be a voice actress, just holler.
No, it's not that. The character itself that annoys me. I just slapped that lady. Robin's unimpressed scowl was legendary. Come again. Laughter resounded with hey, what was I can't read. Oof. Okay, sorry. Okay. Laughter resounded within the closed space. I'll gladly demonstrate. The blonde's touch slipped away from Zoro's face, her voice a saccharine coo in his ear. Get rid of her, my lovey. In seconds, Zoro was on dry land, barreling towards Robin like a wild beast. His killing intent was palpable, to the point where the archaeologist recoiled from its intensity, slipping and falling to the sand when he pounced. Duplicate hands caught Zoro by the feet, his body slamming into the shifting soil mere inches away from Robin, who distanced herself from her deranged husband and swiftly tumbled right, evading a furious water whip. What a tragedy, living in delusion all this time. Robin heard the high-pitched voice above Zoro's lowly growl as he shook her weakened hold off his ankles, clawing at the dirt where she once was. Soaring backwards on sprouted wings placed a reasonable amount of space between her and Zoro. The limbs protruding from Robin's shoulders dispersed as she captured the green-haired swordsman with multiple arms, pinning him down to the earth. He never loved you. Quivering hands let up for a moment, enough time for Zoro to break free from Robin's grasp. He rushed her and they toppled in the sand, wrestling against
Wrestling against a toned pair of arms with 20 of her own was still an unfair matchup. Robin restrained the swordsman towering over her, arcing him backwards without hurting him too badly. Zoro yelped in pain, but his melody took a vengeful tune. Drop dead already! Another serpentine coil of seawater darted towards them, and Robin formed a pair of gigantic hands to take the blow. In the same breath, a quartet of arms bloomed from the sea creature's scaly skin. Bones splintered in harmony with her violent scream, and Zoro's grunt as he went limp, the hypnosis he was under deteriorating to some degree. Robin's arms lowered him gently onto the sand, her massive hand shield dematerializing. Without a minute to spare, she smiled down at Zoro's handsome, yet neutral face before cupping one of his cheeks. Raven locks fanned both sides of his face as Robin savored the salty taste of Zoro's bottom lip. The movement of his lips against her own, along with a familiar calloused hand, timidly stroking the back of her head, had Robin smirking before breaking off the kiss. Elation flooded her heart at the sight of Zoro's revived senses. Confusion painted his entire face, and she tried not to laugh. What? She snickered. Welcome back. Zoro sat up, rubbing the back of his head as he took in their surroundings. Huh? His mental disarray transformed into panic, and the swordsman scrambled to his feet, taking Robin with him as watery vines lashed the spot the duo once occupied. Setting Robin down carefully, Zoro glared in the blonde creature's direction, her dark eyes just as menacing. A pair of hands enveloped Zoro's ears, and he turned to Robin.
To be blonde.
Oh my!
I don't believe that just happened.
A pair of hands enveloped Zoro's ears, and he turned to Robin, who tossed him his swords with assistance from a conga line of arms that retrieved them out of the sand. Her kind smile took a smug turn when it shifted towards the fuming blonde creature. I'm sorry, but he belongs to who? The kiss of death, that was the tale. Beautiful, glistening sea dwellers with a thirsty desire for freedom from their bondage to the ocean. They croon, call, crone, I said croon. They croon, call, bewitch humans of the opposite gender into their devious embrace, draw the life out of them, and personify their praise humanity. Their compulsion's one weakness, true love's cliche of it. If looks could kill, Robin's corpse would be decomposed to an unrecognizable level. I'll take care of you myself, the blonde creature wailed. One sword hilt propped between his teeth, the others poised in either hand, Zoro assumed his stance, feet lightly sinking in the sand as water whips rocket in a raging beeline towards Robin. It was over in a single strike. Zoro sheathed his swords, reattaching them to his side as effervescent sea foam languidly dissolved in the calm tide. Relief finally settled over Robin. She released Zoro's ears, picking up her beach bag and meeting her still confused husband halfway. His eyes roamed her over, making sure she wasn't injured. What trouble did you get yourself into this time? Me? Robin shot him a disbelieving look. You're the one who has explaining to do. I sent you to find fruits. How did you even make it all the way out here? His head lolled sideways, arms folded. But that's exactly why I'm here, to look for the fruits. ... Robin mentally face-palmed. It was her own fault. She never specified the location of her... Robin mentally face-palmed.
Oh.
It was her own fault. Yes, that is a butter. Robin mentally face-palmed. It was her own fault. She never specified the location of her request to him, so technically Zoro wasn't wrong. In spite of it all, the dark-haired beauty couldn't help but giggle. Okay then. She intertwined one of her arms with his, proceeding through the trees and back to the resort. But the breakfast buffet might have had some left over, so how about we go check together? 5 seconds later, and Zoro smacked his forehead. Robin laughed again, tilting her head against his shoulder. At least this made our anniversary all the more memorable. We can call it Lost in Paradise. I was not. I was not lost, the green-haired swordsman scowled, but his features softened, his feet paused. Robin did the same, unsure as to why he stopped. Zoro wasn't good at these types of things. Robin. But he was learning step by step. When I blanked out, I could have still heard that thing's annoying voice inside my head. I just want everything to be clear. He drooped their conjoined arms, slithering his larger hand into Robin's tiny, delicate one. Zoro faced her, pulling her hand up to his thumping chest. I love you, and I'll never stop loving you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, so cute.
It was Robin's turn to become red in the face. Articulating his feelings with words was rare for Zoro. Hearing his determined declaration reduced the recipient into a giddy mess. Zoro, she knocked the wind out of his lungs, wrapping both arms around the man who held her love-struck heart captive. Robin spoke into his chest. Love you too. Hand in hand, the couple made their way through the trees, with Robin taking the lead after Zoro's third wrong turn. And that's the story.
Oh, that was so cute. That was cute. I really enjoyed that. It kind of made me want to watch One Piece now, but not really.
Yes, please do watch it.
Yes.
Watch it.
So, how now that you've read your one shot, Lost in Paradise, you will be posting it on Wattpad, right?
Yes, I'll be posting it to both Wattpad and fanfiction.net.
Oh,
Yum.
yes. So check out our description on said link of the book, and also don't forget to check out Kristarr's profile on Wattpad as well. If you enjoy Maggie, 100%. On the Red Lioness is the tea, and there is an upcoming messy story that is just break the internet. I swear.
Oh boy, it's almost days away.
Don't forget to check it out, guys. And check out Kristarr on Wattpad and fanfiction.net. What is your username on both of those?
Both of them, it's Kristarr's.
Kristarr's, all right.
Yes.
Cool. So what are your thoughts?
Yes.
Thoughts. Sweetpotato, what are your thoughts?
It was really cute. It screams Zoro because Zoro literally gets lost every 5 seconds. Like, yo, they need a tracker on him. I liked it. It was cute. I love this story of her going to look for him, and then the mermaid. It was a mermaid, right?
I guess siren. I don't know.
She had to be born. She just had to be born. I knew. I just had this tingling sensation that she'd be born. But yeah, yeah, it was really nice. I liked it.
Yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed the story. I thoroughly enjoy anything you write. I knew I was going to be impressed by this one shot, and once again, I was impressed by your writing. It's professional.
Man.
Yes. But I have a question. But it's true, your writing is amazing.
Yes, it is.
And it needs more recognition. So guys, check it out. If you like the detail, if you like good story plots, if you like very, very cute stories and relationships, character development, and whatnot, check out Miss Kristarr.
But I feel like my writing is so basic.
Don't keep quiet now. Don't even get me started. Do not really bring up the red lioness and what you did to Best Boy because okay. Yes. So Kristarr, as somebody who enjoys writing longer chapters, right?
Yes.
How difficult was it for you to write this one shot and keep it within a suitable amount?
Goodness.
Because I know your chapters can vary from 8,000 to 12,000, I believe.
Yes. My highest is 13,000.
Yes, it was. There we go.
Yes.
You proved me wrong. 13,000. Okay.
Like, I don't know, like when the ideas come, I just keep going and writing. And sometimes it's so difficult to really cap off a chapter because it will not really end well if I were to just like slice it in half sometimes. So writing this, like, I had the idea in my mind and I really wanted to build on more the latter part of the chapter of like the fight scene and all that. I feel like I could have done a lot more with that part. But again, it's like as I was writing, I was telling myself, okay, it needs to be around like 3,000 width. So like, don't go too far off the deep end. So I really edited this a lot, like to keep it, you know, like to give as much towards the plot as possible, but to keep within a reasonable, you know, word count. So yeah, it was really hard, but I made it.
I feel like subtle shade is being thrown my way with the suitable word count words, but okay. Cool.
No. We appreciate long stories and short stories.
Yes.
Well, Kristar's one was nice. I feel mine would be dark.
Okay, yeah. So I brought the
Yes. And Nikki's bringing the angst, I'm assuming.
Oh no.
And I'm just all over the place, honestly. I know. You know what? I'm bringing the fruit to the table. Screw it. I'm bringing the fruit.
Oh no.
I'm kidding. I'm not writing a lime or lemon. Jesus, no. But yes. So yeah, I guess that's it for this episode, isn't it?
Yeah.
Any final thoughts? No? We Gucci?
We Gucci.
Reading is good for you.
Yes, read a book.
Yes, guys, please read a book from once in a while because some of you lot just sound. Anyway, read books. They're good for you.
Yes, read books.
They're good for you. They're good for you. Okay? Yes. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for listening so much.
Thank you.
Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, like and subscribe, and don't forget to check out all the links in the description. We'll be including Kristar's story and her Wattpad page and her fanfiction.net page. We'll also be including maybe if we get a link to help Saint Vincent, if we find one. There's a fundraiser thing.
Yeah, there.
We can link that as well.
Yes.
Yeah, so maybe we can link that as well. So check out the description. Very important stuff down there. And remember, reading is good for you.
Yeah.
And
read a book, save a life.
Did I say like and subscribe?
Yes,
read a book, save a life. Even if it's a fan fiction full of English, you know, it's okay. You're reading something. So, have a good day. Stay safe, everybody, and avoid the COVID idiots. We know they're out there.
Yes.
And thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Bye.